Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Scotiabank Arena for some more Toronto Maple Leafs hockey action. The Leafs and the Washington Capitals, Game 3 and 4, sent back here from Toronto. As the Leafs, the only team now unbeatable on home ice, Washington tries to ruin their fun tonight. Face off the center, one back. Toronto took Game 2, 4-3 in Washington. Here's a giveaway early, and Kerfoot was trying to take off with it, but the puck never combined. Offside here against Washington early in this first period. Toronto in their retros for this final series, as it was opted to be in something special if you wanted to, if you made it to the finals, and the Leafs have done that, and they're going to wear it. Marner fires it in. That is scooped by Kemper as it was heading wide, as Orlov has it here for Ovechkin. Over for Carlson. Now Sherry up the boards. Morgan Riley's there, and back into the Washington zone again. This trickles around far for Marner. Marner in front, centers that. That misses Matthews, tries to get it back in the corner. Hit there on Orlov. Here's a pass for Kerfoot. Great save. Kemper got the paddle across and robbed Alex Kerfoot. Here it's given away. Marner for Kerfoot again. Alex Kerfoot. He's tricky. Shot stopped. Kemper playing that down. That's Matthews on Orlov. And the Caps get it up ice to Sherry. Now through the middle for Strome. He's been red hot this series. In with a shot and a save by Samsonov. Loose on the turnover. It stays in by Washington on another giveaway. Here's a look in tight. Save Samsonov. Back from behind. That pass to the point for Faravari. In shoots. And Samsonov again. That's 3 in a row as the Leafs flip it down the ice. Chasing after it here. Tavares. No icing. Tavares taken down and behind the Washington goal. Oshie turned back. Here's Alex Ovechkin, and here comes Washington with it in and over the line. Right side past Kuznetsov and a save. Samsonov loose. Ovechkin tries to tuck, and Samsonov down has the answer for Toronto. The last two home games for the Leafs have been really tight ones, 2-1 and 2-1 in overtime over the Boston Bruins. This is the one remaining home team that is unbeatable this playoff. Faravari, his shot blocked. Bunting to Mulligan. Red line and into the Washington zone. A ricochet. Here's Yarncroke! And he sent it wide. Outweighted maybe a little too long as it's sent through the paint and out the other side. Here's Faravari. Hall got a stick on that. It's played in. Now Sandin. Far pass Hall up for Mulligan. Into the Washington ice. This goes around and meets Bunting. Bunting looks for some help. His pass turned over to the Capitals, and they do get it out. Yarncroke right back in. Johansson right back out, and here comes Washington with it. 6.5 to go in the first. That shot doesn't make it to the net. Here's Sandin. He'll flip it ahead for Dennis Mulligan. Red line and into the Washington zone. It goes around. Far side. Here's Yarncroke again. Moves in, and he sends it in behind. Pass in front for Bunting. That misses him. Sandin. Here's Hall. His shot off the leg. Yarncroke back. Hall again, and that is right on, and a save by Kemper. Finally, a shot gets through. Here comes Zeller, and here come the Capitals in over the Toronto line. Left side to right. That shot stopped. Samsonov a blocker on it. That's played around. Toronto trying to get it out of the zone. Now it's played in front for Mathis. Spins and fires. Blocked. Bunting clears. Not out. Eller back. Jensen to Protas. In for Eller again. And now the Leafs can't get it out. There's another save by Samsonov. Bunting clears it ahead. That gets by. Engvall chases after it. Here Engvall to it first. Looking in front. His pass for Camp. And stays in. Engvall looking in front. Centers and a save. It came bouncing in the air and out to center. And here come the Caps the other way. Protas, one last look. Save Samsonov. Buzzer goes. We're through one. Scoreless tonight in Game 3. Shots a goal in the hockey game are 7 for the Caps, 5 for the Leafs. The hits 4-2 Toronto. Faceoffs 2-1 Washington. No power plays. Scoreless after one. Welcome into the second period here tonight for Scotiabank Arena. Scoreless through one between the Capitals and the Maple Leafs from Game 3. Draw one back, controlled by Orlov. Matthews gone the way of that. Riley ahead to Matthews. Matthews couldn't get any further. Here's Connor Sherry moving in. Lost it to Riley. In for Matthews. Shoots. Blocker saved Kemper. Got across as Matthews just outweighted a little bit. And here it's turned over. Brody back into the Washington zone. Sent wide of their goal. Carlson. Matthews on him. Here it comes free to Strome in his own zone, being turned back by Kerfoot. Ovechkin. He's on it. And gets it out across for Connor Sherry. Moving in. Sherry looking to the net, has a passing lane and got it in front. And that one clean but taken away by Toronto. Mitch Marner, he gets by the steps, still has the puck, and drops that back far across for Tavares. His pass intercepted, and the Capitals do get it out. Big collision. Tavares right back in, far corner. No icing, and centered across far side by Robertson. Orlov, Washington has it here. Here they come, spinning in their own zone. Almost halfway without a goal in the game. Tavares, here's Riley. He'll have to go back and get it. Centered for Robertson, corner for Tavares. They reset. Here's Hall, a shot, easily stopped. And picked up by Kuznetsov. The Leafs haven't really had many setups in this game. Washington keeping them to the outside. Here come the Caps in the Leaf zone. Robertson across for Tavares. Red line into the Washington zone. It goes around and finds help in Robertson. His pass cut. Faravari to Sherry. And it does come out again. Yarncroke right back into the Washington zone. 9 to go here, second period. Leafs and Capitals scoreless in game 3. Here's Yarncroke on the giveaway. For Hall, back for Yarncroke. Yarncroke gets by the step, moves in, no shot. Tried to poke it back, but Protas got it from him. Hall to Jensen. Up ice for Kuznetsov. 6.5 to go in the period. Mantha in, shoots off the leg. Bunting's there off the boards and back down. Yarncroke chases after that. Calle Yarncroke shoots up a short side angle. And wouldn't get that to go. Mulligan back. Here's Mantha. One-on-one the other way. Mete trying to get back in the Caps. Only have one man in the Leaf zone with a shot and a save. Samsonov getting a good piece of that. Bunting. Here's a giveaway. Mantha again in front. Eller stopped. Rebound won't go. They score! The third attempt bounces free in the slot. And Washington's Lars Eller opens the scoring late here in the second of game 3. That is a huge goal, and it silences the Leaf crowd here tonight. Oh, 1-0 for the visitors this late. Toronto hasn't really had much to show. Here's Jensen. Spins and gets it ahead for Eller. Moves in, drop pass for Protas. That's blocked. Zach has to race to Mete. Ahead for Camp. Camp's taken down. Engvall moves in. Here Engvall to the net with a shot. None there. Has it again in front. Tried to tuck. An easy save. Now bouncing in front of the slot. And that one off one of the D in front of the goal. Protas. And now it comes out by Washington. Final minute of this second period. Brought in by Washington. Given away. Along the boards. They'll chip it past Giordano. He'll get it back for Engvall. Pass for Mete. Up for Matthews. The communication. He gets by. Still has it. 1 second backhanded. And scooped by Kemper at the buzzer. 1-0 Washington leads after 2 in game 3. The goal scored by Lars Eller. Shots a goal in the game are 11-10 Washington. It's 1-0 Caps after 2. Hits are 7-6 Toronto. Faceoffs 4-1 Washington. No power plays. The Leafs, the only home team who hasn't lost. They trail 1-0 after 2. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. Game 3 between the Caps and the Leafs. 1-0 Washington after 2. One back by Matthews, controlled by Mitch Marner. Marner gets it inside. He has Matthews, looks for Kerfoot. The shot didn't make it through. Marner back in front. Matthews put it wide. Here's Strome. Good chances early in the third. The Leafs need to get it on goal, obviously, and picked up here by Kerfoot. Brody ahead. Marner inside. Mitch Marner with the moves. And still had it, but lost it to Strome now, and out it comes. Turned back by TJ Brody. Brody lost the puck. It does come out again. Riley to reset. He'll move in. Morgan Riley in, and no shot. Ovechkin takes it away. Matthews gave him a hit. Connor Sherry. Brody corner. Hit there. That's Matthews in front. Kerfoot a backhand, and it goes wide. Another good look in the slot, but the Leafs can't put it on net. Kerfoot to Riley. Gave that away to Strome, and out it comes. Connor Sherry with speed. Nylander trying to get back. The save by Samsonov. Brody ahead. That's too far for Kerfoot. Now played for Orlov. Up for Kuznetsov. He loses it. Robertson to Riley. Into the Washington zone. Flipped around for Nylander in front. That pass for Robertson, and a penalty coming against Toronto. Capitals will go to the power play. They're 0 for 4 in this series. Face-off will come here to the right side of the Maple Leaf net with 11:39 to go in the third and 1-0. One back control by the Caps. Here's Gustafsson to Orlov for Oshie. His shot won't go. Marner got in the way. It's poked ahead, and Mitch Marner has a break. Short-handed. Marner and stopped by Kemper. On top of that, like it was nothing. Good chance nonetheless, but Marner may have outworked himself there. Yeah, too many stick movements, I think. Marner fires that back into the Washington zone. It ricochets to Kemper. Playing that down to Gustafsson. Washington's still on the power play. They give it away. Here's Marner. Spins, gets around to the net. Save Darcy Kemper in a face-off in the Washington zone. Just past the halfway mark of the third. It's 1-0 Washington in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Series tied at 1. Here's the draw. One back by Zach Aston-Reese. Here's a shot. Mete is off the mark. In the air. Engvall knocks it down in front of backhand. And Kemper scoops that before Engvall can go upstairs on him. The Washington netminder has been lights out tonight. Leafs haven't found a way. He was lights out in Game 1, too. And just that same context tonight, you got to break through. Malgin in alone. Backhands that high. Bunting to Malgin. That was Faravari. Now Ovechkin. Hit by Victor Mete. It's played out to center. Giordano. He'll get around the step and enter the zone. Giordano with a shot. That's saved. Rebound won't go. Darcy Kemper gets across on the backhand bid. And the Leafs can't break through. 7:23 left to go, third period. This is Game 3 between the Leafs and the Capitals. The Leafs, the only home team without a loss. Draw one. Here's Jensen in his own zone. Jarnkrok spins back. Centers! Malgin stopped. It's loose off the outside of the net. Bunting. Giordano. Mete fires. That's blocked. Bunting tries to put it on goal. It's loose. Somewhere in that scrum, but it only finds the Washington stick. And Faravari for Strome, and out it comes. Here comes Strome, one-on-one with Dennis Malgin. Malgin gets back, under 5 to play. Giordano, the only goal, and it came late in the second by Lars Eller of Washington. Here's Jarnkrok moving in! And couldn't open up what was there as a good defensive play by Washington to get back. Here's Oshie. Oh, the Maple Leafs, the only team who hasn't lost, as we've mentioned, on home ice. Here's Oshie with a shot! Save! Off the boards, play down the ice. Marner will chase after it. We're under 2 now. And a face-off in the Washington zone. Oh, this is where the game gets exciting, especially when it's tight. It's down to the wire now for both these clubs. Washington, the 1-goal lead. Came late in the second, nothing here in the third. We're late, 1-0 still. One back, here's Faravari to Johansson. He has Oshie on the wing. Big hit against Kuznetsov, middle of the ice. They're just trying to kill the clock now. In comes Washington. Johansson taken down by that hit. Marner picks that up for Toronto for Kerfoot. Pass ahead finds him. Alex Kerfoot might have help. He has Matthews with him. Centers off the outside of the net. Back in front of backhand. That won't go. And Kemper down. A face-off in the Washington zone. Good coverage by the Washington Capitals. They've kept the Maple Leafs to the outside, and that's why it's been a very quiet game this afternoon. A quiet arena as well. It's been all Leafs here in the third, and they haven't found a way. Brody shoots. That goes high and wide on a blistering opportunity. Riley back to get it. Under 35 seconds, Brody picks that up. For Nylander. Here's Tavares. Brody for Nylander again. Willie Nylander breaks in. He lost the puck. He'll go back to it again. In front for Tavares. Tuck play, nothing there. In behind the goal, that's Faravari. Down to 20 seconds. Sherry. One-on-one, Robertson has to get back. Big hit against Riley. Nylander. Here's Robertson. Seconds dying down. A shot. Scores! Nick Robertson, with 10 seconds to go in the third, has tied it at 1. And the Leaf fans go nuts here in Scotiabank Arena with 9 seconds to go in regulation. It is a 1-all game. It is a brand new game again. Draw one. Played ahead. That hits a stick, and it's knocked down. Marner for Hall and offside. Well, looks like we got extra time in this one for you coming up. The Maple Leafs won, the Capitals won. Washington scored late in the second, 3 chances in a row, and then the Leafs with a dangerous dash. Nick Robertson ties it in the final seconds. Here's Marner, has Hall ahead. Hall centers off the pad, loose, that won't go. Good chances at the buzzer for Toronto. 1-1 overtime required from Game 3. Leafs still holding on to the hope that they'll be the only team without a home loss. Welcome into overtime. The Leafs have been in 2 of them in this postseason, and they are 2 for 2. There's a draw coming here. Seattle at Seattle, and Boston versus Boston. So a home and a road overtime victory for the Leafs. Here's Matthews, moves in, waits, shoots, that goes off a stick. Kerfoot center back in front. They hit a skate, and Ovechkin turns the other way with it for Washington. Here's Ovechkin, loses it there. Marner for Toronto. He'll play that down into the Washington ice. In and around for Kerfoot. Drop back for Matthews. Matthews to Riley, shoots! That one knocked down, and it's picked up by the Capitals, looking to just get it out. Here's Alex Ovechkin. Matthews on him. It comes free for Marner. Across. That misses Kerfoot. Now the pass gets to him. Here's Alex Kerfoot. Moving in. Held on to a backhand, and they score! Austin Matthews! Kerfoot put it on goal. Matthews puts it home. And the Leafs win it 2-1 in overtime. A 2-1 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. Kerfoot breaks in on the short side and shoots it. Good block by the Capitals. And they tried to get Matthews, but just couldn't stop him as he cashes in the rebound and gives the Leafs the Game 3 victory in overtime. Still undefeated on home ice, the Leafs tie it in the final 10 seconds and win it in overtime to take a 2-1 series lead over Washington.